I never thought of myself as a jealous person. Seriously, I always believed that if there's no trust in a relationship, then there's no relationship at all. But something started to feel off. Not all at once. Not in a way I could point at and say, that's it. It was subtle. The kind of change you feel before you understand it. My girlfriend, Lena. She was still the same person. Same voice, same habits. But at the same time, not really. She started taking her phone everywhere, even to the bathroom. At first, I didn't think much of it. But then I noticed something else. Every time I walked into the room, she would lock her screen. Not quickly, not nervously, calmly. Like it was something she'd done 100 times before. That's what bothered me the most. Not the action, but how natural it looked. Then came the late nights. She started staying a little longer at work. New friends appeared out of nowhere. One of them, Anna. Funny thing is,
one night I woke up. No reason. Just that strange feeling, like something isn't right. Lena wasn't in bed. I heard her voice from the kitchen. Quiet. Almost a whisper. I wasn't trying to listen. I really wasn't. But then I heard something that made my chest tighten. No, he doesn't remember anything. Everything inside me froze. I moved closer. Slowly. Carefully. I'm handling it, she said. I just need more time. Pause. Then, yes. I'll tell you when. I stepped back. Went to bed. Pretended to be asleep. A minute later, she came back. Laid next to me. Wrapped her arm around me. Like nothing.
I'm not proud of what I did next. But if you were in my place, you'd probably do the same. I started checking. First, her phone. Yeah, I know. But I had to know. And nothing. No weird messages. No hidden chats. No suspicious contacts. Even Anna looked normal. Too normal. It felt cleaned. Like someone had made sure there was nothing to find. That scared me more than anything. So I took it further. One day, I took time off work. Didn't tell her. She left for work like usual. I waited an hour, then followed her. She didn't go to the office. She turned into a different part of the city. Older buildings, quiet streets. My heart started pounding. This was it. She parked near an old apartment building, sat in the car for a moment, looked around, then went inside. I waited. 10 minutes, maybe more. Then I followed. The hallway smelled like damp walls and dust. The lights flickered. I walked up to the third floor. And then I heard voices. A man. I froze. She was in there. With him. The room was empty. Completely empty. Just Lena. Standing in the middle. Alone. My brain couldn't process it. Where is he? I asked. She looked confused. Who?
anger rise fast. "Don't do that. I heard him. I heard everything." She glanced around the room, then back at me. "There's no one here." Silence. And that's when something shifted. This wasn't jealousy anymore. This was fear. The drive home was silent, heavy. I kept replaying it in my head. The voice, the conversation. It was real. It had to be. But nothing added up. I checked everything. Security cameras, neighbors, anyone who might have seen someone. Nothing. No man. No trace. Just Lena. A few days later, I found something. Old medical records. Mine. I didn't remember them. Head trauma, memory loss, episodes of auditory hallucinations. I read it 3 times. It didn't feel real. I confronted Lena. She went quiet. For a long time. Then she said, "I didn't want you to know. Apparently, 6 months ago, I was in an accident. A bad one. I survived, but I lost part of my memory. The last 8 months, gone. Why didn't you tell me?" I asked. She looked at me with tears in her eyes. "Because you were finally okay." Okay. That word hit hard. I didn't feel okay. I felt like my life wasn't mine anymore. I tried to accept it. I really did. But something didn't make sense. If those were hallucinations, why were they so specific? Why did the voice ask questions? Why did it sound real? And most importantly, why did it say, "This is dangerous"? That's not random. That's a conversation. I started recording everything. Sounds, moments, anything unusual. And then, it happened again. At night. Right next to me. "You need to remember." I sat up instantly. Lena wasn't in bed. I went to the kitchen. She was there, talking on the phone again. "I can't keep doing this," she said. "He's starting to remember." I turned on the light. "Who are you talking to?" She froze. And then she started crying. The next day, she told me everything, and it was worse than cheating. The accident wasn't an accident. I was driving, and there was someone else in the car, a man. We were arguing. No, not arguing. Fighting. I lost control. The car crashed. He died. Silence. "Who was he?" I asked. She covered her face. "My brother." Everything stopped. "You knew him?" I asked. She nodded. "He found out about us and tried to stop it." I couldn't breathe. Why don't I remember any of this?
She looked straight at me. Because you asked me to make sure you wouldn't. Cold.
What?
In the hospital, she said. You were begging me. You said you couldn't live with it. My hands were shaking. And you agreed? She nodded slowly. There's more, she said. She took out her phone, pressed play. My voice. If I start remembering, stop me. Pause. Whatever it takes. I stared at her. So you lied? I had to. I made you think I was cheating. I needed you to focus on something else. Something that wouldn't destroy you.
And the voice? I asked. She hesitated, then whispered. That's not a hallucination.
Silence. That's you. You recorded yourself. So the truth would come back, eventually. I'm sitting here now, listening to those recordings, over and over again. I don't know what's worse, what I did, or the fact that I made sure I would never forget it. Forever. Because now, I hear the voice again. And this time, it says, you still don't remember everything. Some stories don't end when you think they do. If you want to hear more like this, you know what to do.